Welcome to the Genie current affairs discussion on the topics of economics. Today we are going to take one of the most discussed topic presently. The Nobel for Economics this year has gone to one of the Indian, Abhijit Banerjee, his wife and famous economist Esther Duflo, and another third person was a Michael Kramer. The Banerjee and Duflo belong to the MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and Michael Kramer belong to the Harvard. So all the three belong to the US that way. But Abhijit Banerjee, born in the Mumbai and brought up in the Kolkata, is like a pride for us. One can say all these three people have worked years on the issue of how to challenge the poverty eradication ideas, how to help the countries in combating poverty and get rid of it. So poverty remains a challenge, need to be given importance even today. It's a curse to the human life, and earlier in the Millennium Development Goal, and now as a part of a sustainable development goal, it remains a challenge in front of humankind. So people like Abhijit are being crucial for a country like India. Abhijit Banerjee was in news some years back for criticizing the demonetization decision by the government of India. In the hindsight, criticism proved to be correct. One can say that shows he was a good economist. He was also in news for supporting the Nyaya program, declarative election by Congress. But his idea was to support by 30,000 people, the poor. Ultimately, Congress declared for more than 70,000 for it. He criticized them again, which shows that scholars are beyond particular party and party lines. Arvind Kejriwal claims that he also got a support from this Banerjee for transforming his school, government schools, from the shabby affairs to one of the best of the schools run today by the government. So that shows that Banerjee and his applications of ideas are been around us, and that shows that he has shifted these people focus of economics from theoretical subject, purely theoretical, to empirical evidences and how they achieved it. They achieved it by the method called as a random control trials. So random control trial is one of the older technique 100 years back used by the agriculture scientists and later also by the medicinal people So mainly in the clinical trials they have been used. So in such type of trials, what is done? Two sets of groups are taken with a similar situation, and then intervention is done with the one giving the one set of things and other giving the other set of things, and the result is seen that who can achieve the things better. In such type of things, what is the understanding is that we put down the bigger questions into the smaller questions, that what exactly is the outcome happen, and the smaller questions, asking the smaller questions, help in understanding the differentiation that has been made by the small factors. This is all important for the developmental program, because otherwise the private investments, they face the market test. They make some product, try to sell in the market. If people do not accept, automatically the product has failed, and so you have to try new product ultimately. That doesn't happen with the government and government programs. They go on for years without knowing that what exactly is the achievement they had. India is the best example, which run scheme after schemes for years and years without any achievement. Recently, we have shifted from scheme approach to the mission approach, which is better. Missions are time bound, and we also have set up a project evaluation office to know what happened to the missions, whether they are successful, high success, middle success, low success, so that we can continue or discontinue could be decided easily in that case. So random control sampling is a good idea, that keeping other factors in the control, then intervention is done, and that way one can understand better which factors are making a better effect. Let's take one example. What they had done, they had taken two schools with a similar situation. One school, they supplied more textbooks to be read, and other school, they supplied the meal, a good quality meal is supplied, and seen that which education outcomes are better. So what ultimately they found, both have not worked. In the textbook case, more textbook, only scholarly students who are otherwise also good have taken use of it. Free meal is already going on, doesn't be a further difference into it. What a third point is found is that the teaching, if the teaching is adapted to the need of the student, then that is making a difference. So finally, that tutoring, that is giving special attention towards the weak child, has been taken in the hand in the country in India, and more than 5 lakh children have benefited from that program. So that shows that how these people put down the problem in small, and then test it in the various field trials, and then come out with the solutions that what particular intervention can give the better outcome that can save millions of rupees of a developing countries. Because every rupee is important in such countries and wastage is not advisable or desirable as such so one can keep increasing effectiveness of the various government programs without increasing the cost much of it. Some people criticize this particular approach of RTC. They said that RTC is earlier used in the such fields which are purely scientific like agriculture or in the medicine case, but social sciences are not like they are social sciences, not pure sciences. So the samples has to be similar to be effective over the RTC, but in India or any such developing countries, samples may not be similar so all this program of deciding things or taking samples. First of all, India we also do the surveys based on samples only. National Sample Survey Organization do the survey. In the large country like India, no samples may match, and then fixing the program based on samples may not be always correct, some say, but doesn't mean undermine the efforts done by these people. What they had done through one Abdul Latif Foundation, they have formed many economists, they have brought together, and then it's not an individual's work. Many economists at a time worked on this idea, and then together they try to keep experimenting. They don't say that something they are saying is the final word. They keep experimenting, they keep taking RTCs, random control trials, and thereby keep giving advice about how to make government program more and more effective. So indeed they have played an important role in elevating the poverty, and let's hope that governments like India will keep taking help and keep making our programs more effective, and that will help in saving the taxpayers' money and ultimately achieving the welfare for all. So congratulations Abhijit Banerjee, Esther Duflo and Michael Kramer again. Thank you.
Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update from the Unique Academy. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned.